Credits roll across the floor, but I'm still sitting in the dark, watching the ghost of the open door and the ghost of a dying spark. The house is cold, the lease is up, but I'm still drinking from your favorite cup. Everyone's gone, the party is through, but I'm still dressed up for a night with you. I stayed after the ending came, holding a candle in the pouring rain, trying to rewrite the final page while the actors were leaving the stage. I'm a shadow in an empty hall, waiting for a voice that won't ever call. Yeah, I'm the only one who didn't leave, because I still haven't learned how to grieve. I've memorized the way you walked away, the way the gravel crunched beneath your feet. I replay that moment every single day, like a movie on a broken endless loop. So sweet. They say the world keeps spinning round, but I'm still standing on the same patch of ground. The silence is heavy, the silence is deep, and I'm keeping promises I shouldn't keep. There's a comfort in the wreckage, I suppose, in the scent of your sweater and the wilt of the rose. It's easier to linger in the used to be than to face a tomorrow that doesn't have we. I stayed after the ending came, holding a candle in the pouring rain, trying to rewrite the final page while the actors were leaving the stage. I'm a shadow in an empty hall, waiting for a voice that won't ever call. Yeah, I'm the only one who didn't leave, because I still haven't learned how to grieve. The screen is black, the theater is bare, but I'm still breathing in your leftover air. Yeah, I stayed until I was the only one left, just a ghost of a ghost after the ending. I look at the calendar, blink on the wall, and I can't find the seasons or the reason at all. I gave you my 20s, I gave you my best, I put every dream that I had to the test. But the years are like water slip through my hands, building a castle on sinking sands. Now I'm standing here older with nothing to show for the thousands of hours I let you borrow. You didn't just take the rings and the keys, you took the forever and brought me to knees. I'm counting the minutes, the days and the years that I washed away with a river of tears. I can't get back a second of what we went through. I'm just a hollowed out clock that was ticking for you. It's the ultimate theft, the subliminal crime. When you walked out that door, you took my time. You took my time. I see my reflection, the lines round my eyes, the maps of the secrets and all of the lies. I spent so much energy keeping us weak that I forgot how to just be a me. Now I'm starting over, but the sun's going down. I'm a stranger in my own hometown, trying to buy back the moments I wasted on hope while I'm at the very end of my rope. You didn't just take the rings and the keys, you took the forever and brought me to knees. should have stayed unsaid. We used to sound like something real, like love was all we'd ever feel. Every word we spoke out loud felt like forever wrapped in vows. But somewhere in the lines we wrote, your voice began to lose its hope. And I kept reading us out loud while you were fading in the crowd. I thought our ending wouldn't come, but you were already done. You left me with a story that hurts. Every memory only makes it worse. All the pages we filled with us now feel like something I can't touch. I was living inside that dream while you were rewriting everything. Now I'm stuck in every word of a story that still hurts. Of a story that still hurts. I traced the lines of what we were, like somehow it could all return. But every chapter ends the same, with me still calling out your name. You didn't fight, you didn't stay. You slowly let it slip away. And now the ending that you chose is something only I still hold. I gave you more than I could give. Well, you forgot how love should live. You left me with a story that hurts. Every memory only makes it worse. All the pages we filled with us now feel like something I can't touch. I was living inside that dream while you were rewriting everything. Now I'm stuck in every word of a story that still hurts. If I had known how this would end, I would have stopped before it began. But loving you felt too alive to ever think we wouldn't survive. You left me with a story that hurts, but it's the only one that works to remind me I once felt something real before it fell. And even if I try to heal, these pages still feel way too real. 'Cause every line still echoes you in a story I can't undo. No rewrite, no second chance, just broken lines of our romance. And I'm still here reading through a story that still feels like you. I'm standing in the hallway of the house we never bought, holding on to visions of the battles that we fought. The garden's overgrown with the seeds we didn't sow, and the porch light is flickering, nowhere left to go. I'm staring at the blueprint of a life that's been the cold hard reality that we finally faced. I had a pocket full of Sunday and a heart full of wind. Now I'm just a shadow in the world I might have been. The silver line is tarnished and the gold has turned to lead. I'm sleeping in the wreckage of the words we never said. It's a city of broken dreams, a skyline of glass, watching the ghost of our forever just pass. I'm walking through ruins of a future we planned, sifting through the ashes of the castle in the sand. We didn't just lose us, we lost what was next. Now I'm just the footnote in a hollowed out text. Yeah, I'm living in the middle of these broken dreams. The plane tickets are expired, the suitcase is still closed, like a tragic little secret that nobody ever knows. I see you in the children that we never got to name, and I hear you in the silence of this losing kind of game. We were building a temple on a fault line in the dark, and we're standing in the rubble of a vanished spark. Is there a junkyard for the hopes that we had, for the stories that crumbled before they were spelled? I'm tired of the what ifs and the if onlys too, but the hardest part of breaking is losing the view of me and you. It's a city of broken dreams, a skyline of glass, watching the ghosts of our forever just pass. I'm walking through ruins of a future we planned, sifting through the ashes of the castle in the sand. We didn't just lose us, we lost what was next. Now I'm just a footnote in a hollowed out text. Yeah, I'm living in the middle of these broken dreams. Close the book, turn the key on the version of you and the version of me. Just dreams, just broken. The clock stopped the moment you walked away, frozen in words we didn't say. Your shadow still lives in every room, like time refuses to move. I'm stuck in the echoes of your goodbye, replaying it 1,000 times while you moved on to somewhere new. I'm still here missing you. I try to follow where you went, but my heart stayed where you left. Now I'm living in the past with every breath. You left me in yesterday, where our love still feels the same. I'm reaching out, but you're not there. Just memories calling your name. You left me in yesterday, while you found a better way. I'm trapped inside what used to be, and I can't break away. You left me in yesterday. Your laughter lingers in the air, like you're still standing there. I I don't know how to leave. Every dream still has your face, and everything I see, you left me in yesterday, with nothing left to say. Just a love that won't move on, and a heart that couldn't stay. You left me in yesterday. So I'll keep walking through the past, hoping somehow it will last. Even if you're gone today, I'm still yours in yesterday. I'm sitting in the quiet of the 4 a.m. blue, looking for a trace of a world that had you. I filled up the kettle, I turned on the light, trying to chase out the ghost of the night. I bought a new candle, I painted the hole, I put up some pictures to cover the wall, but the colors are hollow, the sun is just there, and I'm talking to shadows that aren't even there. I'm crowded by memories, I'm surrounded by us, but the gold in the frame has all turned into rust. It's a strange kind of heavy, this weight in my chest, in a house full of things. I'm a ghost of a guest. I'm breathing in deep, but the air's getting thin, like there's a giant hollow where a heart should have been. I'm feeling the silence with the radio low, but the more that I stay, the more that I know that a life without you is a story that's plenty. But every single page is that feels empty. I went to the market, I saw our old friend. I smiled through the how I used right to the end. I'm wearing the sweater that you used to love, looking for answers from the ceiling above, but the fabric is scratchy, the wool is too cold, and I'm tired of acting like I'm being bold. There's a space on the sofa, a dent in the rug, a missing piece of a long faded hug. Is it the room, or is it the soul that's missing the half that once made it whole? I'm pouring the wine, but I don't taste the red, just the echo of every I love you we said. It's a strange kind of heavy, this weight in my chest, in a house full of things. I'm a ghost of a guest. I'm breathing in deep, but the air's getting thin, like there's a giant hollow where a heart should have been. I'm feeling the silence with the radio low, but the more that I stay, the more that I know that a life without you is a story that's plenty. But every single page is that feels empty. Just a shell, just a sound, walking on air above the ground. It's hollow, it's quiet, a beautiful riot that feels empty. I passed by the park where we carved out the date in the bark of the oak by the old iron gate. The numbers are fading, the edges are blurred, just like the always in every last word. I reach for my phone to tell you the news. Before I remembered, I got nothing to lose. The coffee still tastes like the Sunday we met, but the sun in the kitchen has officially set. I'm walking through hallways that used to be bright. Now I'm just tracing the outlines of night, and you became just a memory, a ghost in the glass, watching the seasons and centuries pass. version of you and myself that doesn't exist in the light of today. A beautiful vapor that drifted away. I try to hold on to the weight of your hand, but I'm just a witness to shifting up sand. Is there a place where the memories go, where there might have been flowers still manage to grow? Because here in the real world the colors are gray, and you're just a shadow that's drifting away. And you became just a memory, a ghost in the glass, watching the seasons and centuries pass. A name in a story I used to tell well, a secret I'm keeping, a lonely old shell. Look for the fire, but I found on the stone. In the middle of us, I am standing alone. The person I loved has been stolen by time, and you became just a memory without any rhyme. Just a picture, just a name, just a flicker of a dying out flame. I'm closing the book, I'm turning the key. Now you're just a memory inside of me, just a memory. We started like a summer sky, golden light in your eyes. Every promise felt so real, like nothing we had could ever die. But seasons change without a sound, and slowly you stopped coming around. I held on while you let go. Now I'm lost in what we were. I felt you slipping through my hands like sand I couldn't hold. We went from fire to fading embers, from warm to cold. We turned love into loneliness, from forever to emptiness. Now I'm lying here with your ghost, missing you the most. We turned hearts into broken dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. I was yours, you were my home. Now I'm learning to be alone, loving to loneliness, loving to loneliness. Your laughter's just a memory, a melody that won't release. I hear it in the quiet nights when I'm begging for some peace. I see your face in every crowd, but you're never looking back. I keep chasing what we had, but it's something I can't get back. I tried to hold on tighter, but you were already gone. I was still writing us forever while you were moving on. We turned love into loneliness, from forever to emptiness. Now I'm lying here with your ghost, missing you the most. We turned hearts into broken dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. I was yours, you were my home. Now I'm learning to be alone, loving to loneliness, loving to loneliness. If I could rewind every moment, I'd stop right before the end, before the distance grew between us, before we stopped being friends. But summers don't last forever, So I'll keep loving you in silence, even in this emptiness. 'Cause even if you're gone for good, you're still my loneliness. Still by the tea you used to drink, and leave the porch light burning late. I sit in the quiet and try not to think about the lock clicking shut on the gate. The calendar's stuck on a Tuesday in June. The dust has moved into your chair. I'm humming the ghost of our favorite tune, to the silence that's hanging there. It's the way my heart still waits for you, like a dog at the foot of the bed, holding on to a faded shade of blue. And every sweet word that you said, it's a stubborn kind of breaking, a slow motion fall from the sky. It's the way my heart is still aching to give you one more goodbye. I saw your car in the grocery lot, and my breath caught inside of my chest. I forgot for a second that you're what I lost, and my ribcage felt suddenly blessed. But the driver was someone I didn't know, with a smile that didn't belong. It's funny how hard it is letting you go when the habit of loving is strong. They tell me that time is a healer, that the seasons will wash out the stain. But time is just a silent stealer who leaves me alone with the rain. It's the way my heart still waits for you, like a dog at the foot of the bed, holding on to a faded shade of blue. And every sweet word that you said, it's a stubborn kind of breaking, a slow motion fall from the sky. It's the way my heart is still aching to give you one more goodbye. So I'll keep the shadows for company, and I'll keep the door on the latch, searching for pieces of you and me, in a fire that won't find a match. Yes, it's the way I still wait. I can still feel the texture of your cotton shirt, the way the world softened and ceased to hurt. We were standing in the hallway by the kitchen light, small and defiant against the coming night. I didn't know the clock was counting down to zero. I was just safe in the arms of my only hero. Your heartbeat was steady, a rhythm I knew before the air in the room turned a colder shade of blue. If I'd known the silence was waiting at the door, I would have held on for a minute or two hugging myself in the middle of the dark, trying to recapture the fading little spark. My arms feel like lead and the bed is a sea where the waves of the never keep crashing over me. I look at my reflection and I see the empty space where your chin used to rest right above my face. It's a phantom limb pain that won't ever subside since the moment our forever finally collided. They say cherish every second, but we never really do until the seconds are over. And the we is just to you. I give every tomorrow, every sunrise I'll see for one more, just a second with you holding me. Oxygen to stay before the gravity shifted and pulled you away. I'm still memorizing the pressure of your hands as the hourglass empties out the last of the sands. The world keeps on turning, but I'm stuck in that view. The last time I held you, and the last time I held you, I'm still reaching in the middle of the sleep for a promise that was far too heavy to keep. The warmth is all gone, and the chill is so deep. Was the last time I could weep. The last time I held you. The sky was quiet, no warning sign, just a heavy moon and too much time. You wouldn't meet my shaking eyes. You spoke in calm, rehearsed goodbyes. No thunder cracked, no sirens cried, just something breaking deep inside. The room was still, the air was thin. That's when the end came walking in. You said it's better this way, like better doesn't bleed. You packed your heart in one small bag and left the rest with me. It was the night love left me, slipped out without a sound. No shattered glass, no slammed front door, just pieces on the ground. You walked away so steady, I could barely stand. I watched forever fade to black right there inside your hands. It wasn't just you leaving, it was the night love left me. Coffee cup still on the sink, your jacket hanging by the door, proof that only hours ago you swore we were worth fighting for. I traced the outline of your side on sheets that still feel warm. How does a heart survive a storm that never even storms? You said you'll find someone. Love's a simple thing, but how do I start over when you were everything? It was the night love left me, took the light from every room, turned our whispered promises into a hollow tomb. You crossed the line I couldn't see, a door I couldn't close. You left with all the strength we had, and I noticed you leaving. It was the night love left me. Maybe hearts don't always break with fireworks and flames. Maybe sometimes love just dies and no one takes the blame. But I still feel the echo of your fingers slipping free. The moment I was still in love and you were done with me. The clock kept ticking like nothing changed, but everything had gone. Midnight came and took your name and left me holding on. It was the night love left me, and I haven't slept since then. Every dream still ends with you walking out again. You may call it letting go, you may call it right, but I'll always call it heartbreak. The night love left me that night. The stars were shining like before. The world kept turning on, but something in me disappeared. The night that love was gone. I went to the market and bought fruit for two. Before I remember, there's no more of you. The cashier was smiling, she asked how you've been. I swallowed the salt water rising within. I told her you're busy, I told her you're fine, while I'm dying inside at the end of the line. The walls of this apartment have ears, I suppose. They've memorized all of our highs and our lows, and even the floorboards, they creak with the weight of a love that arrived just a second too late. The house is a graveyard, the things we once said. The silence is louder than life in my head. Every shadow that falls, every gust of the rain, every heartbeat that's trying to handle the pain. I try to be quiet, I try to stay sane, but the air in the hallway still speaks your name. Yeah, the dust on the photos, the rust on the chain, the ghost of this building still speaks your name. Still speaks your name. I moved all the furniture, painted the hall to hide all the scuffs that you left on the wall. But the wind through the window, it whistles your tone, and I've never felt quite this much not alone. Because memories are stubborn, they don't like to move. They're stuck in the vinyl, they're stuck in the groove. I'm screaming at ceilings to just let me be, to give back the version of us that was me. But the keys in the jar and the code on the hook are chapters I can't seem to close in the book. The house is a graveyard of things we once said, but the silence is louder than life in my head. Every shadow that falls, every gust of the rain, every heartbeat that's trying to handle the pain. I try to be quiet, I try to stay sane, but the air in the hallway still speaks your name. Yeah, the dust on the photos, the rust on the chain, the ghost of this building still speaks your name. I whisper it's over, the echo says no. The walls won't believe that I'm letting you go. Even the silence, especially the silence, still speaks your name. Still speaks your name. The sun came up, but the room stayed gray. I'm fumbling through the start of the day. reaching for the lamp on the side of the bed, but there's only a cold, empty silence instead. I used to find my way by the glow in your eyes. Now I'm navigating under pitch black skies. The colors have drained from the street and the trees. I'm shivering here in the 10-degree freeze. I didn't realize how much of the flame was fueled by the simple sound of your name. You took my light away, you dimmed the stars, left me wandering through the shadows and scars. I'm a candle in a storm, a flicker in the rain, trying to find a match to drown out the pain. The world is a tunnel with no end in sight. Since you walked out the door and you took all the light, yeah, you took my light away. I'm walking through the house, tripping over the past, on the memories of us that I thought were gonna last. The moon is a ghost, just a pale hollow ring, and I'm losing the heart to even try to sing. You were the beacon, the north on my map. Now I'm falling through a wide, dark, bottomless gap. Is there a spark left? A coal in the ash? Or was I forever just a lightning flash? I'm reaching for a candle, I'm begging for a flare, but there's nothing but midnight hanging in the air. You took my light away, you dimmed the stars, left me wandering through the shadows and scars. I'm a candle in a storm, a flicker in the rain, trying to find a match to drown out the pain. The world is a tunnel with no end in sight. Since you walked out the door and you took all the light, yeah, you took my light away. It's getting darker, the shadows are long. I'm losing the melody to our favorite song. Where did you go? Where's the light? Empty halls, cold walls, the silence screams your name. Nothing feels the same. Shadows grow, lights low. I'm sitting in the dark, waiting for a spark. I look for you in every room, but all I find is heavy gloom. The air is thin, I'm giving in. I miss the old you, the one who stayed before the call. Disappointed, broken down, I'm the king of a ghost town. I'm so I miss the old you. I wanna stay before the colors started to fade. Now I'm lost, had such a class, looking for a ghost in a hollow shell. Heaven and turned into a lonely hell. I miss the old you. Where did you go? Come back just for a night, make it right. I'm so alone, so alone. I miss the old. I miss the old you. Down to the embers, down to the ash, counting the seconds till the final crash. I've patched up the windows, embraced every door, trying to keep what we have on the floor. But the sky is a heavy and charcoal gray weight, and I'm standing here pleading with a cold-hearted fate. I'm looking for signals, a flash in the dark, for a reason to stay, for a tiny thin spark. But your silence is steady, your silence is deep, like a promise you never intended to keep. And I'm holding my breath on my last bit of hope, like a man at the end of a fraying out rope. I'm praying for maybe, I'm begging for wait, while you're already standing at the ivory gate. It's a fragile thin thread, it's a porcelain glass, watching the ghost of our chemistry pass. The world is a shadow, the fire is low, and my last bit of hope is watching you go. I brought up the summer, I brought up the rain, to see if a memory could dull out the pain. But you looked at the clock and you looked at the wall, like I wasn't even standing there at all. I'm a gardener trying to water a stone in a field where the seeds have already been blown. Is there a word for the almost we were, for the blur of the him and the blur of the her? I'm a captain who's staying to go with the ship, while the wheel is just slipping right out of my grip. And I'm holding my breath on my last bit of hope, like a man at the end of a fraying out rope. I'm praying for maybe, I'm begging for wait, while you're already standing at the ivory gate. It's a fragile thin thread, it's a porcelain glass, watching the ghost of our chemistry pass. The world is a shadow, the fire is low, and my last bit of hope is watching you go. Now there goes the thread, the maybe is over, the wait is all dead. I'm letting go now, the ropes in the dirt. My last bit of hope was the last thing to hurt, yeah. My last bit of hope gone. We fell apart in quiet ways, not all at once but day by day. 1,000 cracks I chose to hide, just to keep you by my side. You changed your mind, I stayed the same, still calling out your name. I felt the distance growing wide, but I kept you close inside. I saw the signs, I felt the truth, but I kept kept believing in you. I loved you through every ending, through every tear you never shed, through every time you let me go. But still lived inside my head. I was holding on to hope while you were letting go of us. Now I'm left with all this love after loving you through every ending. I turned your silence into time, told myself we'd be alright. I made excuses for your heart while you were tearing us apart. I stayed through every almost goodbye, every truth you tried to hide. I gave you more than I could lose, still wasn't enough for you. I was breaking in your hands while you let go without a plan. I loved you through every ending, through every tear you never shed, through every time you let me go, but still lived inside my head. I was holding on to hope while you were letting go of us. Now I'm left with all this love after loving you through every ending. If love was meant to fade away, why did I beg for you to stay? I would've stayed through anything, but you were done with everything. I loved you through every ending, and I'm still learning how to heal from all the ways you let me fall, and everything I couldn't feel. And even if I let you go, there's something you should know. I would've loved you endlessly through every ending you gave me. I stayed when you were leaving. I loved when you stopped believing. And now I'm here, still pretending that love survives every ending. Cold hands I'm the shadow in this town, alone on my own. Heart of stone, I'm sinking, I'm thinking, I'm blinking. And you're gone, 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 and you're gone. I love that hurt, I love that burn. The hardest lesson that I've learned. I gave you all, I let you in, but I was never going to win. I'm so lonely. You were my only. Now I'm lost in the deep, with secrets I can't keep. A love that hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. A love that hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. It hurts, it still hurts. The silence is the worst, and I'm so lost, so alone. A love that hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. You were my always, my after the rain, the calm in the middle of all of my pain. I built every dream with you in my mind. Now I'm left with the pieces you left behind. Your voice was the place I would run to feel safe. Now silence is all that's filling your place. I reach for your hand in the dark of the night, but you're just a memory fading from sight. I thought we were written in something that stays, but love turned to distance and you slipped away. You're my forever away, the one that I couldn't make stay. I'm holding on to yesterday, while you're already miles away. You're my forever away, a love that just couldn't remain. I gave you all of me to keep. Now you're the heartbreak I can't escape. My forever away. I still hear you laughing in the back of my mind, like a melody lost but too hard to rewind. I trace every step that we used to take, the streets that now echo with every mistake. I try to forget, try to let you go, but love like this doesn't just come and go. It lingers in corners, it lives in the air. No matter how far, you're still everywhere. I thought time would carry me out of this place, but I'm stuck in the shadow you left in your wake. You're my forever away, the one that I couldn't make stay. I'm holding on to yesterday, while you're already miles away. You're my forever away, a love that just couldn't remain. I gave you all of me to keep. Now you're the heartbreak I can't escape. My forever away. If I could rewrite how the story ends, I'd hold you close and never pretend that love was enough to make you stay when you were already slipping away. And now I'm learning to live with the truth that forever was never me and you. You're my forever away, the dream that just faded to gray. I'm whispering your name in vain, through every tear that falls like rain. You're my forever away, a love I can't replace. Even if I try to move on, no one could take your place. My forever away, so I'll keep you in every coffee still sitting where you left it that day. The steam has all vanished, the warmth's gone away. I'm tracing the shadows you left on the wall, waiting for footsteps that never will fall. The clock on the mantle is ticking so loud, like a heartbeat that's lost in a gathering cloud. I had 1,000 more pages to write with your hand. Now I'm just footprints on sinking sand. The light in the hallway feels colder than ice since you slipped out of reach and out of my sight. You were a melody cut from the air, a beautiful secret I wasn't done sharing. Like a star in the morning that fades into blue, I'm still reaching out for the ghost of you. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief, leaving me stranded on islands of grief. You were a firework, a flash in the moon. My heart's breaking rhythm, you were gone too soon. I found your old sweater tucked under the bed. The smell of your perfume is stuck in my head. It's the cruelest of mercies, a ghost of a touch. When did not enough become far too much? We had summers planned out and winters to hold. Now the stories we started will never be told. Is there a place where the broken are whole, where the silence is gentle and speaks to the soul? Because I'm still screaming at heavens of gray, asking why forever was just yesterday. You were a melody cut from the air, a beautiful secret I wasn't done sharing. Like a star in the morning that fades into blue, I'm still reaching out for the ghost of you. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief, leaving me stranded on islands of grief. You were a firework, a flash in the moon. My heart's breaking rhythm. You were gone too soon, gone too soon. The chair is still empty, the door is still shut. The if and the maybe are all that I've got. Just a breath in the dark. Gone, gone. I'm tracing the outlines of where you sat, a hollow space on the edge of the bed. The silence is heavy, a familiar weight, and I'm repeating every word that you said. The stars outside are just pinpricks of ice in the sky that's forgotten the sun. I'm trying to find where the color went, now that the ending's begun. I'm reaching out for a flicker, a spark, but I'm just a shadow lost lost in the dark. Could you bring a little light into the dark? 'Cause I'm shivering here in the cold, watching the embers of all that we were, turning the stories we never told. I'm a candle burning at both the ends, waiting for a dawn that never starts, trying to find a way to let a little light into the dark. The hallway feels longer, the ceiling's too high since you took the warmth of your breath. I'm stumbling over the ghost of us in a house that's as quiet as death. I leave all the lamps on, I open the blinds, but the shadows just grow on the floor, like they know that the one who held the flame isn't coming through that door. Is there any glow left in the ashes? Is there any gold left in the grave? Or am I just a dreamer holding a match, watching the smoke drift away? Could you bring a little light into the dark? 'Cause I'm shivering here in the cold, watching the embers of all that we were, turning to stories we never told. I'm a candle burning at both the ends, waiting for a dawn that never starts, trying to find a way to let a little light into the dark. Oh, just a glimmer, just a ghost of a flame. I'm still whispering your name into the black, into the gray. Won't you lead the way? Bring the light into